Welcome back to this, your September 2026 forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James. Well, September is usually a great month for you, and so let's see if the pattern is repeated and get right into it. Okay, Virgo, let's get your September underway. Now, your constellation of Virgo actually is the second largest of all the constellations in the night sky. There are 88 constellations in total, but of course in the zodiac we just focus on 12. And your actual constellation takes up about 3.1% of the entire night sky, and it's the largest in the zodiac. Now, just while I straighten these up for you, I think that really what's coming through here is that this month for you is a story of extraordinary and decisive karmic balance, mental clarity, vast intellectual action, and an expansive future vision. Let's have a look to see what there is going on here. You know, this month I think tells a story which is powerful, uplifting, a story of hope, promise, success, and happiness, guiding you from a place of absolute fairness and measured decision-making straight into razor-sharp momentum, very rapid communications, and the exciting anticipation of your grandest horizons. Now you're moving from sacred equilibrium and careful discernment into a powerful mental breakthrough, a whirlwind of swift progress, and the joyful realization of your long-range goals. Look, I'm just looking at this one that's here, and isn't that lovely picture? You begin September anchored in absolute truth, integrity, and karmic balance. Now, this card reflects an energy that brings fairness, objective decision-making, and the reward of doing things the right way. Emotionally, you feel centered, honorable, and completely at peace with your choices. Now, rather than rushing into action or letting overthinking cloud your judgment, I think you are starting the month with a clear, discerning eye. If there are decisions to be made, or contracts to sign, or imbalances to correct, you approach them with wisdom and grace. Now, if you consider the emotional context here, this energy brings a profound sense of relief. You realize that you do not need to force outcomes. You simply need to align them with what is honest and true. And this sets a deeply hopeful and dignified tone for the entire month, proving that your integrity is your strongest foundation. And you step into September with your head held high and your spirit completely aligned. Now, what's coming further here is that initial clarity, following that, you pause to carefully weigh your options and protect your inner equilibrium. It has to be said, this energy represents a thoughtful stalemate, a deliberate pause, and the choice to balance competing priorities with absolute care. Emotionally, you feel poised, cautious, and protective of your peace. Now, you are, of course, known for your meticulous attention to detail, and you refuse to be rushed into making a premature choice. You are blinding yourself to outside distractions so you can listen entirely to your own inner compass. You know, this energy, when it shows up like this, It can often be misunderstood as hesitation, but here in this spread, it is a conscious sanctuary of focus. You are ensuring that every factor is considered before you make the next move. And this quiet pause is full of promise because it gives your mind the exact rest and balance that it needs before the incredible acceleration that is now following. Now, with your choices weighed and your path clear, you surge forward with deep, razor-sharp intellect, an absolute determination, and a fearless communication style. Now, this energy represents swift action driven by truth, by strategy, and by unyielding focus. And emotionally now, by the middle of the month, you feel sharp, decisive, and entirely unstoppable. Now, if a challenge or an obstacle appears in your path, well, this energy has got you covered because it allows you to cut right through the obstacle like a hot knife going through butter. You are speaking your truth with absolute clarity, defending your boundaries and charging toward your goals with intellectual brilliance. No, there really is no room for hesitation now. Now, the shift from the quiet pause here to this lightning speed is breathtaking. You have evaluated your path, and now you are applying maximum precision and force to your plans. Now, this brings a deep wave of happiness because all internal static is gone. You know your objective, and you are executing the steps necessary to get to that objective with supreme competence. Now, this is not surprising here, really, I guess, because it's the fourth card that you drew, really. Now, that sharp tactical focus immediately unleashes an exhilarating rush of swift communication, rapid progress, and sudden forward motion. This represents the flying arrow, quick developments, and the feeling that everything is coming all at once. Emotionally, you now feel electrified, expectant, and thrilled by the acceleration. Emails are going to fly, projects take off like a rocket, and doors open with effortless speed. And all the mental preparation you did at the beginning of the month is now paying off in a massive flurry of real-world results. You are catching every single opportunity with grace and agility. This is a magnificent breath of fresh air. It proves that your hard work and careful planning are translating into tangible, high-speed momentum. And this sets an exciting tone for the latter half of the month, showing that the universe, creation, is actively matching your ambition with incredible velocity. And then you wrap up the month, standing on the shore of success. You know, you are really looking out at a wide open horizon with a heart full of hope and accomplishment. This energy represents looking ahead, seeing your ships come in, and watching the brilliant expansion of your future. Emotionally, you feel expansive, deeply optimistic, and profoundly fulfilled. Look at the magnificent story you have written this month. You started with the absolute integrity of that justice energy first up. And you paused to weigh your options with wisdom, charged forward with brilliant strategy, and caught a high-speed wave of progress. And now you look out of your expanding emperor. This card here really is representative of your grand reward. You have laid bare the groundwork, made the tough choices, and moved with lightning speed. And now you can see the vast, beautiful landscape of your future opening up before you. You end September wrapped in a deep, radiant sense of happiness, knowing that your vision has successfully become your reality. Virgo, September of all months is yours. September is, this promises, your month of magnificent intellectual and professional triumph. And by leading with absolute integrity, balancing careful thought and lightning fast execution, and keeping your eyes fixed on your grandest horizons, you transform ambition and promise into an undeniable, glorious reality of success and happiness. And that's the way it is for you this month.